So if I did the method correctly, theta should equal 40.37.
Hey, you're out of Oreos. Are you doing homework?
Well, believe it or not, there's actually a point where you can actually get bored of being bored. And at that point, you can think very clearly. So I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to do the homework I've had in here for the past 5 days ago, I think.
Yeah, well, I just figured, you know, even if you were bored out of your mind, you wouldn't resort to something even more boring out of your mind. Well, today you're gonna review the only movie you have on your PSP. Yeah, so, have fun with that, and, I'm gonna go and, just hang out. Maybe order a pizza. Oh, and, by the way, I erased everything off the DVR. It sucked. It was mostly just Bleach and the Venture Brothers. I mean, who even watches that crap?
Oh, wait, you mean, what's that? Wait, When a Stranger Calls. Okay, well, I think it's better than Cabin Fever, right? I mean, that's at least livable. Okay, then, here we go! Okay, When a Stranger Calls is actually a movie I'm actually excited to review because it's quite possibly one of my favorites. Okay, it started out as an original in the 1970s. It had a simple plot line where, you know, a babysitter, you know, gets a creepy phone calls over and over again. In fact, I actually think this started before Halloween. So, that movie, which is so idolized for, you know, the whole concept of a babysitter, you know, in the horror movie part, really, you know, I might have started with, When a Stranger Calls, we're not exactly sure, but the two movies don't very share much difference except for the names of the main characters, because the first one worked a little bit differently. It started off when the girl was a teenager, and then there's a big time skip, and then the events like repeat when she's older. But this movie just takes place when she's completely just a teenager. I can't really say much about it just because there's not much to say. Guy calls a girl over and over again, creeps her out, says some threatening messages and stuff. Actually, he's not really that threatening. He just says it in a really creepy way and just scares the crap out of you. And tell you what right now, watch this movie, but watch it in the dark, and there's no other lights on. It will scare you. And that's coming from me, a guy that's watched a lot of horror movies in the past, and Wrong Turn did not scare me. Texas Chainsaw Massacre did not scare me. This movie scared me. A lot. I mean, there's only been one other time that I've been truly, honestly scared, like could not sleep over a horror movie. And that was the first one I ever saw when I was 7. So, yeah, this one will creep you out. This one will give you some nightmares. And that's enough to say. I'm going to just promote it. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to promote this movie. Watch it. It's 2006, and, you know, I got it on UMD for my PSP, and I don't think that format's really going to last that long, but whatever. It's pretty cool to do. And what I always used to do is, before I go to bed every night, I'd always, like, pop in, like, turn on all the lights in my room, take out my PSP, and watch it. And it scared me. Even after I've seen it, like, 3 times before, it scared me. So, yeah, watch it if you want to get scared and whatever. But you gotta take it slow. Like, don't fast forward any of the scenes because it'll demean it. Like, it sets up a certain an atmosphere. And if you fast forward through it a lot, because a lot of the movies, like her just walking around the house, exploring the place, and, you know, phone calls, and not every phone call is the guy. That's another thing that's confusing. It's like one phone call, it's not the guy, it's her friend, or it's some guy from school, but it's really tense to watch, and there is a climax scene at the ending, but I really like the middle. It's just creepy. And then the music is awesome, too. So, watch it, and you will be blown away, my friend. So, yeah. Number 9 spot, When a Stranger Calls. Remake. You know what? I've been doing a lot of remakes, but that's just because of me. I mean, I was born in, like, the 90s, and I was, like, getting raised, and I started watching horror movies and all these, you know, when all these remakes started coming out. So, I got subjugated to this. I really gotta watch more of the originals. I gotta see the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't even seen the original of that yet, which I really want to. So, I'm gonna go see that before Halloween's over. And, well, that's it. you know what? I gotta admit, he might be a really annoying asshole that, locked me in a room for 9 more days, but he has good taste in music.